Luggage prices are getting out of control. Brands are charging almost $500 for a single suitcase. And at this point, we are all wondering, is it worth it? Today, we are going to be talking about Monos Luggage to see if it is really worth the price. We're going to talk about durability, the warranty, the zippers, and all of the little details that can make or break your travel experience. By the end of this video, you'll know whether it's a smart investment or just overpriced baggage. Let's get into it. So if you're anything like me, when travel started opening back up after COVID, you started getting bombarded with what seemed like a new branch in the luggage industry, with brands like Monos, Aways, Bays, July, all coming out with what seemed to be an elevated sort of luggage experience that wasn't just luxury, high-end fashion brands making luggage. So there was more of an emphasis on the long-term investment piece type luggage that you could, spend more money on, but they claimed would essentially be with you forever. So I have a Monos set. I have the Monos carry-on and the Monos check bag. And today we are going to be looking at my Monos carry-on to see if the individual components of this suitcase really are worth the price tag, especially when there's other brands that have been around for longer, like Samsonite, that could offer a similar type of bag for cheaper. So first, let's get into the durability of this bag. So I don't know about you, but if I'm gonna be spending this much money on luggage, I want it to be durable and last at least a couple of years, if not a whole decade. So Monos uses a polycarbonate shell, which makes it very lightweight and is supposedly durable. So this is my carry-on, and I've only had to check it once, but this one has been checked a lot. And what I look for in luggages like this is I've had other less expensive hard shelled pieces, and what would happen to me over time is like the corners would get cracked just from all of the wear and tear of going through, being put under the plane and then going through the whatever they have in the back of the airport that transports your checked bags from where they need to go. So my concern is always getting those cracks in the suitcase, and I can tell you on these, I've never had an issue. You can also see the lack of scuff marks, which I don't want you to think is because I don't use it. But on the website, Mono sells these clear covers, and so I have one for each of them, and this really just helps protect it from anything. It's also an extra layer of security for me because this covers up the zipper so it's not as easily to open, but I am getting ahead of myself. But these covers, I think, really do help it for when you need to gate check your carry-on bag. The next major pain point for a lot of people with luggage are the zippers. So Monos uses YKK zippers, which are an industry standard as far as high quality zippers go. And I can tell you, they don't get caught, they don't get stuck. I have stuffed this bag to the brink of explosion. And I sit on the top, and let me tell you, these zippers have no problem. And so that's one thing I've never worried about with this bag is, am I overstuffing it? Because the answer is, of course, yes. But the real question is it gonna mean anything to this bag? To which the answer is no. She can take it. She can also take it. I'm gonna stop picking this one up because they're the same bag, just bigger. But I wanted you to see that, what they both look like. And then the last thing for durability are the handles and the straps. So this suitcase has a top handle, this is what the top handle looks like. It lifts up like that. For as stuffed as I get this bag, I've never once worried about the top handle coming off. The side handle is great, but what's most important to all of you, I believe, would be this telescoping handle. So let me find an effective way to show you guys this. So this is the telescoping handle. It has a button underneath so that when you lift it, it sort of instinctively, you'll push the button up and it'll raise up. And then it has a couple of different locking positions. So we've got all the way down, shorter, taller, all the way. And this is its full height. And this handle, what I really like about it is some of these things I feel like you don't really notice unless you are using it frequently and they start to become a bother, but some handles will have a squared off design. Some handles will have a squared off design right here, which can be an issue if you are using a personal item that has a trolley pass through. So the little sleeve or loop on the back that lets you slide it onto the handle. When you have a handle that has squared off corners or a lip right here, your bag will get stuck every single time putting it on and off. So it's the little things like the shape of the handle, also how easy it is to get it in and out when you are, trying to get your bags from TSA and things like that, that really make a difference in the long run. Next, let's talk about Monos's warranty and return policy. When you purchase the bag, Monos has what they call their 100-day trial, which is essentially an extension of their return policy. So you are able to try out the bag indoors, give it all of the tests you need for 100 days. And if you don't like it, if it's too heavy for you, if it's not what you expected, you can just initiate a return on their website and send it back and they will refund you your money. It does not apply to bags that have been used in transit at all. So if you have taken the bag with you on a trip, checked the bag, if there's any reason that the bag would not immediately be resellable, then it would not fall into their 100-day trial policy. And the second thing they offer is their lifetime warranty. So from what I'm reading on the website, it looks like their warranty would really cover anything that would arise from a fault on their end with the bag. So the warranty will cover cracks in the hard shell, which like I mentioned before was a big pain point for me with other luggage. It will cover the zippers if any of the zippers break, and the handles. If the handles break or if the telescoping part of the handle is malfunctioning or not usable, then it will cover those. So they will either send you the replacement piece with instructions on how to install it, or if it's something that's not able to be replaced, then they will send you the new piece of luggage. From looking at their website, it looks like the only thing you need to have to initiate a warranty claim is your original order number. And if you don't have that, I'm sure there's a way that you can contact them via customer support and get that information to get that process started. Now I'm going to put the covers on this suitcase and take it outside to demonstrate how the wheels work. I hope this is a good idea. So I have the luggage packed and ready to go. I stuffed them with some of our heavier pillows just so they had a little bit of weight. This is the Monos, and I put the cover on it since I plan on shoving it down the driveway. And then this is our Samsonite carry-on that my husband is using. And a lot of the comparisons that I feel between these two are really exacerbated when they are full and there is the suitcase on top. But these are just a few of the things that I've noticed between these two pieces of luggage. I don't know if this would necessarily apply to every single higher end brand like Monos, Away, Bays, July, things like that. Nor do I think it would apply to every less expensive piece of luggage. And that's not to say that Samsonite also makes expensive luggage. Like they make some that are $500. So there is a chance that those higher end products from this line could be similar. But anyway, this is what I've noticed on these. One is this handle is very wiggly. It's just there's a lot, like this one still moves, but I feel like this one moves a lot more. So that's one. When you can't tell by looking at it, but the smoothness of the wheels is very different. And although these are two different types of luggage, this is a hard shell and a soft shell, for this one, the weight distribution isn't what I need it to be. When I hit that spin, it'll have a tendency to tip over, and that is a lot worse when I have a suitcase on it. But this one, I mean, I have sat on it and ridden it like a little scooter, and it does just fine. Here is it rolling on wood. Ooh-wee. It's really hard to tell a difference from here, but this is on, I don't know if you can see. I'll show you carpet. Did we learn anything from that? I don't know. Let's go shove these down the driveway and see what happens. So as far as Monos' claims that they have the smoothest, most buttery soft wheels, I personally think that that is 100% true. I know if there's one thing that I can do, it's run to catch a train, run to catch my flight, and that this suitcase will always be keeping up with me, whether it's on 4 wheels or 2, whether I'm dragging it over tile or the cobblestones of Europe. The one thing that I love more than anything about this bag is the wheels. However, the second thing will come into our next category, which are the designs and features. So this is something that a lot of different bags will have, either some or all of these features, but it is just worth noting that if you are looking for things like this, to have sort of a list that you can check off to know that they're all in your bag. So the first one will be the TSA approved lockable zippers. You just pull them over to this side of the bag and you can snap them in. And it still has the key lock for TSA, so if they need to get in it, they can. Otherwise, you can pop them off and your bag will be secure. The next thing is the handle slides very smoothly, has an underside button, so it'll just lift with your fingers, and it has a sleek design so that your trolley pass-throughs will not get stuck. The weight of this bag is about 7 pounds, so it is a bit heavier than if you were to use, let's say, a backpack or a duffel, or sometimes even a soft-sided suitcase. But if you really like hard-sided suitcase, which I do because it's perfect for chronic overpackers, this isn't very heavy, and so it won't take up too much of your allotted carry-on space if you're flying some of those European airlines that'll weigh the carry-on bag. Internally, once again, my other overpackers will love this feature so much. It has not only the compression straps, but an entire compression board. So this board also has dual zippers, and it's basically a metal frame, that rectangle metal frame, and then the middle is fabric, and you can put stuff in here as a pocket. But you can lay this down over your stuff. Let me grab a pillow to test. I like to put my soft-sided things on this side, so when you're packing, you can shove your clothes in there, you know, push it down. It looks like it'll be tall, but you know it's soft, you know it'll compress. You take the board, flip the board on, and then it hooks into these clips very securely. I'll extend them, snap them, oops, snap them, extend, snap. And when I tell you, I'm gonna turn it so I can show you maximum pullage. When I tell you you can yank on the straps and they are not breaking, I'll get in there and just, that's one side. Then I'll go back to the first one, right? Get that extra space. That is a feature worth paying for. So this is compressed down, and then you have another front pocket here, and this side has a flap so that if your suitcase opens suddenly, your stuff is not falling out. The board will keep this in, the flap will keep this stuff in. So yeah, if your suitcase, for some reason, TSA is just opening it, things will not go flying. It will take a lot of work for all your stuff to be loosey and or goosey. And those are the major design features of the Monos bags. Thank y'all for hanging on with me throughout this entire video. We are finally at our final verdicts and the conclusion for, is the Monos bag worth it? So, is the Monos luggage worth the price? Here is my honest opinion. Monos and other high-end brands like Monos are good for travelers that are really valuing the durability of their bags. They want to know that if anything does happen to their bags, they will be covered for the lifetime that they use the bag. Travelers that want a sleek and premium design and don't mind paying for extras like super smooth wheels and things like lockable zippers and the compression board. It is also perfect for anyone that wants to be able to buy just one piece and know that it will last them throughout many years of travel, and that if anything does happen to the bag, they have a pretty good chance of getting either it warrantied out and replaced or get a new part sent to them that way they can keep this bag on its journey for many years to come. The bag would not be best suited for someone who does not care about the aesthetics of the bag or wants a very specific type of design or look to their bag, as a lot of these are pretty cut and paste from each other with a few differences in color. This bag is also not for people who like to change out their luggage pretty often or try new things. This is sort of a one and done deal, but if you like to have different luggage for different situations and maybe try out a few different pieces, then you might be someone that would want to get less expensive bags. That way you're able to use more of them. Are there cheaper suitcases that can get your stuff from point A to point B? Yes. But if you are someone that will be traveling frequently and want the most convenience, then I would definitely look into upgrading your suitcase collection and getting higher end pieces of luggage. For me, I am so glad I have this suitcase. I plan on using it until the literal wheels fall off, and then I call Monos and they send me more wheels, and then those wheels fall off. But I wanna know what you guys think. Please leave in the comments if you would purchase a suitcase like this or if you've had one and what your thoughts were. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. If you would please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye.